Enough of that. Welcome to another beer review. Now, technical problems. Try to get this away. It didn't work first time. It didn't work second time. This is the third time I'm posting this onto you here. Now, this beer, no introduction required. I do love Iron Maiden. I grew up with them. Went to school with denim cut-offs. With the Trooper on my back, so you know, no introduction where this is coming from. So we are going to the Robinson's Brewery in Stockport. They do the other Iron Maiden beer, the Trooper, and they did another one which was kind of like a special, stronger version of that beer. Never really got hold of that one, but we have got the Red and Black Porter. Lovely jubbly boys and girls, coming at 6.8% ABV. There's the back side. It says the colour, it's not just black, it's red too. The red and the black, or red and black as I would say, as Bruce Dickinson says. But if any of you who are into decent music would know, if you got a copy of that, on the back end of it, well, on the back end, it has a song on it called The Red and the Black. So yeah, think what you will about it. Trooper Red and Black Porter is the first start beer in the Trooper ranks and a modern take on a recipe dating back centuries. The Red and Black Porter comes from a blend of chocolate and crystal malts. Robinson's yeast provides you know, the yeast to it, if you know what I mean. Designed yet again by Iron Maiden vocalist and beer boy Bruce Dickinson and the head brewer at Robinson's. Red and Black takes its inspiration from the original excuse me, recipe of 1850. 6.8% ABV. They call it a porter, but for me a porter is slightly weaker than a 6.8% beer. On the neck I got licorice. There's a subdued licorice on the neck. There's the neck label, Iron Maiden. From the glass, you do get that subduedness of licorice. It's like opening, you know, a pack of Bertie Bassett's and sniffing it, and you get that subdued kind of like mellow licorice kind of like smell from it. The colour, but hardly any carbonation in this. There is a red glow around the side of it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily black, but you know, it looks nice. You know, the mouthfeel itself, very smooth on the palate. Nice licorice note there. Bit of roastness about it. It's 6.8. It does feel a little bit watery to me. It doesn't feel full on in flavour. It doesn't feel like a beer that is of that percentage. There's a slight hint of metallicness about it, but all in all, it's, you know, it's okay. You know, I've had worse, but I've also had a lot better where porters and stouts are concerned. I didn't pick. It's kind of unusual for me. I usually pick up a coffee note in these stouts and porters, but I didn't get it in this. It's more of a licorice there about it. But I think myself, well, would I buy this again? Yeah, because it's got Iron Maiden on it. it's got Iron Maiden on it, so I would buy that again. If that was labelled differently, say it's Robinson's best stout or best porter, I don't think I would buy it again. So the power of marketing is doing its job on it, to be honest, on that, you know. The crown to it, I was a bit disappointed because it should have had an Eddie on that as well. But, you know, Iron Maiden, what can you say about them? They're, you know, one of the very few bands which are still doing it, you know, which are still kind of like doing it with integrity in a way. They've never ripped off their fans or anything like that. They've always kind of like, you know, brought out good products and that. And I would say this is more, you know, as a stout, it's as a porter, should I say, middle of the road. But for me, you know, it's got Iron Maiden on it. I've been into them since I was at school. You know, out of the new wave of British heavy metal, there was really only two bands which really resonated with me, if you know what I mean. Iron Maiden was one, and Saxon was the other. I did listen to a bit of early Def Leppard, but they went a bit, you know, a bit too commercial for me. But you know, when those bands do disappear, and they will soon, you know, no one's getting any younger than that. You know, who's gonna, you know, fill the void? Well, you know, it's quite scary, to be honest, because I can't see anybody out there who would do that, who would fill the void. You know, when these bands get older, I could say for Metallica as well, when these bands go, you know, for me, there's nothing there which is inspiring or original, put it that way. So, you know, from that point of view, you know, it makes you think like that. But from the beer point of view, Iron Maiden, the Trooper, Red and Black Porter, it's alright. It's alright. It's now, you know, it won't blow your socks off, but, you know, it's middle of the road stuff. So on that note, get hold of one, give it a go yourself. Another point of view, if you need decent music, get hold of that. It's a cracking album. That's probably their best since Seventh Son. And on that score, please subscribe, murder me in the comments. See you boys and girls again soon. So cheers.